early video, still January 20th, not the 21st like I said I was gonna do. But we have a little bit to go over on some price action regarding that. I'm gonna make another video after this about something else, but I kind of want to get into 2 trades that I took that absolutely were banger. So short, this is 1 p.m. I'm expecting price action to take out our these lows. So yeah, we get this high. The reason I mark out the fib there is because we have an external market structure shift into a high time frame fair value gap. 15-minute, you can kind of see how it formed. So yeah, we rally up, get lower, get a market structure shift. I take a short. I'm on my phone, so I accidentally screwed up. I buy it, so I sold and then bought. So I basically just wasted my time, wasted my money on commissions, and then I shorted again, and I got stopped. Guess what? Buy the tick, my G. Buy the tick. So I was pretty pissed. You feel me? And then I longed, and then I was like, bro, what am I doing? Got out of the long, and then I had more confirmation, shorted down to our lows, and I was content. I brought back the balance from like minus 1,000 from this back to floating almost 2 bands made back on this short. And then on NASDAQ today, I wanted to just lock in the account. It's pretty obvious how this is going to go, but I want to get into this price action, make a separate video on it, because Asian session is absolutely beautiful. I don't care about what anyone says. This is an absolute beautiful Asian session. So I will get it straight into it. All right. So I'm just going to delete that because it does not matter. So dumping all day, leaving relative equal lows. And when we do this on Asian session, you just always go to that 15-minute and you find a wick. You find that wick, it's there, you'll be chilling. Are you ready? High, lower low, higher high, higher low, then this low. So we can expect price to move higher for my bias. Then I literally just went through my ICT idea, like logic, and I was like, let's do absolutely everything to see if this run is going to be valid. Here we go. Start out with this large fair value gap that induces sell side. We're inducing all this sell side. Right here we have a high, which is an algorithmic high. It's there for a reason. It's an order block, first of all, but second of all, it's there for a reason. It's a future short-term high. So you get in a low, short-term high, a low, we take out our, I guess you could say we take out this sell side, but it does not matter. This low does not matter. It's a wick. Remember, wicks are gaps. It's the same thing. You have a low. I'm looking at this high immediately. So there's no lows. There's nothing lower than this low. So I'm looking at the shortest near-term high. This is our shortest near-term high. We get a rally above it right here. Bam. Right here. You see how we... I'm gonna do some ICT stuff real quick. You see how we get this aggressive move to the downside, fail to make another swing low, and then get a shift, a market structure shift above this high. This makes this entire down close range an order block. Orders are accumulating to go higher up here. I don't care what you say. This is straight out of ICT's mouth. This is what I literally be I don't want to say praying because all glory to God, but this is what I be literally studying, and I know this stuff. Okay, so this is an order block. Not even trying to sound cocky, bro. It just gets me pissed off when people be showing dumbass shit, and it's completely not what it is. You know what I'm saying? Labels matter in trading a lot. So this is a big order block. It's a downside. Once we get above it, that's your change in the state, all those other stuff. I trade market structure shifts, but here's your change in the state, whatever. So we get that market structure shift. We get a nice candle up. We come back down into this order block. You notice how we tap the high of this balanced price range? This candle that took out our sell side left a fair value gap. That fair value gap, you essentially want to see it, to be inversed, used as support to go to the other direction. However, if you look here, we have a candle, a volume imbalance, a fair value gap, a volume imbalance. This right here is a balanced price range. Okay, you notice how, and look, we failed to even return back into it. we get this closure above, that kind of validates this balanced price range. We never come back down into it. We just tap the high of it. And then we also, the bodies are respecting this order block, this entire down move. So already we're getting algorithmic price action. Like, this is looking sweet, okay? This is looking sweet. Then, when we get above this high, keep in mind, we need, like, the market needs to go up and it needs to go down in order to go up. You know, it can't just rally up forever. You feel me? It needs some sort of retracements. So these retracements are key to, like, kind of understanding, you know, when we're gonna want to continue going higher. Because, you know, when we shift above this high, you know, it's like, all right, now what? So we have this large fair value gap right here. It immediately sticks out to you. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I know this exists. So you mark it out, okay? And I'm even gonna do this to make it a little bit better. Like that, okay? So we can see our quadrant levels, and our quadrant levels are gonna be pretty important. So, rally above this high, get another close up, get another up close. We notice this 0.25, how this candle body is respecting this 0.25. It's not random. We go back down, we get this low, we get a high. Very important. Go to the line chart. Very important. High, low, higher high, we get a lower low. So this, once we break below this low, that's a market structure shift to the downside. Okay? Get where I'm going with this? That market structure shift to the downside, this is a tiny, let me pull up the top step real quick in a second. So I can get a really small time frame on the chart. It's all fractal. Keep that in mind. Everything we do is fractal. Okay. I'm on a practice account. Okay. So we're looking at the same thing. This is remember, this is this range. This is our swing low. So once we get this market structure shift right there, bam, that's our market structure shift. I'm expecting price to want to take out the candle itself that created the market structure shift. It doesn't have to, but it's better if it does, because it almost proves like, okay, we're done. We swept that candle's individual liquidity, and then now we're gonna move higher. So we go to the 30-second. You can see there's not even there's not even what am I trying to get at? No, I'm tripping. There is a fair value gap. So this, just look at this fair value gap right here, and this one right here. It's both of them. Like, they just stick out. So once we get this candle right here that completes this 1 minute market maker sell model, what are we gonna do? We look back to the upside. We get that market structure shift. Then what are we gonna get? A fair value gap right here. I like to look at the inverse in this situation because it just looks a little better. Bam. We're respecting the body, eventually break through with the body. That's our market structure shift. Then we want to retrace back into it. We want to go higher. We fail, come back into it, then move higher. Notice, but no bodies are in that. Back to this chart. So then we get this market structure shift back to the upside. Get a retracement. And remember, why am I not shorting this model? Essentially, you know, I could be shorting it. Why am I not? Because of the larger time frame. Keep that larger time frame in mind. That's why you can have the concepts and the model completely down, but remember, it has to be in conjunction with the larger time frame. If it's not in conjunction with the larger time frame, you will get screwed up, and that happened to me on ES this morning, I believe. Yeah. So then next, what do? We come back into this fair value gap, and then we start to push higher. If you notice, this down close candle, say for example like this. You notice how an order block, okay, it's kind of hard to explain. So if you look, an order block will be identified down here, that swing low, this last thing. Then we changed our state of delivery, came back into it. This is our order block. This down move that had this tiny model in it that taps into our 0.25 of our large fair value gap wick is an order block. This candle is an order block. We broke structure to the downside with this candle. Like high, low, high. Because we have this down close in here, and because we broke below the down close, bro. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of hard in this situation for some reason. Like, look. Like, the way I identify an order block, so say right here. We're bullish. Let's start from here. These 3 candles go up. I'm looking at, as if we get below one of these bearish candles, in this case, this one, it turns into an order block. So then we get below right there. Okay, whatever. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just explain this damn thing. We work off this order block right here. I don't have it really noted, but it's there. What do? We get above it. We respect it. Respect the fair value. We go. What is the down close candle that comes into the order block? The order block, remember, is a bunch of, it basically is in the definition order block. Orders are residing in there to essentially make the market go in X direction, up or down, 50-50, whatever. Bullish or bearish. There's only 2 ways. Once we get a down close back into this order block, which is this candle right here, because this is my order block, this down close candle, this down close now becomes my propulsion block. So I can expect price to propel off of that basically PD array. So what do? Close above it, we retrace back into it. We get a fair value gap. I'm seeing how this fair value gap wants to be respected. Why did I not enter immediately on this candle's rejection of the propulsion block? Because we closed out of this large fair value gap. If we close out of a fair value gap, like if we're inversing it, I'm trying to find an example. Dang, we're rallying. There's gonna be no examples anytime, like anywhere around here. Okay, perfect. This fair value gap. Swing high, we break below it. What are we doing? Retracing back into it, and then we gotta move lower. So it's all about that retracement. I was like, okay, I am expecting a retracement back into this large fair value gap, but how much is something that I have to let the market show me. I don't know. I'm not gonna know how much the market wants to come back into this fair value gap. All I know is that if it came below this low, I would be worried, if that makes sense. I would be worried because then we would shift to the downside and etc. Whatever. We tap barely back into it. Respect this fair value gap. I'm taking longs. Remember, I only have $400 to get on this account, so I just set a simple 1-to-1 at my buy side liquidity, as I wasn't going to use this external high because who knows if we want to reach all the way up there. We have relative equal highs right here. So that was my buy side. I just set a 1-to-1 and we went higher. If you look right here, I classified this as an order block. Every down close candle in a bullish up move is not an order block, but I do want to go and see on this short time frame. So we're looking at what? That's the 30-second. We're looking at this, so the 930 candle. Candle. Yes, bro. It's all there. It's all fractal, bro. High, low. Well, no. Yeah, high. There's the same high on the lows in the same candle. We get a shift to the downside. Then what? We break back to the upside above this high. I'm not gonna use this. We could also use this high if you want. Retrace in a fair value gap. Move higher. And then that was the liquidity that was essentially what sent us higher. This is the order block. But what am I going back to? But yeah, there we go. Past that bit in a day. Probably not gonna trade it till next week. I want to just chill, trade what I've been doing, do what I've been doing. You know, it's easy to make 1,500, I guess, if I'm trying to make it on a challenge. You feel me? Like, that's how it is. But this is some really nice price action, and Asian session, after enough times, you kind of just get like a feeling, and it's honestly 50-50 because that feeling could either kill you, or it could, in this situation, you know, have a great narrative, great bias, great algorithmic price action that pairs with it, and then you get this amazing setup. So yeah, That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I got. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow for the January 21st with 25K capital on top of our 50K. Let's start running it. Let's start running it, baby. All right. I'll see y'all eventually.